EDC, everyday carry. It's a very personal choice of what you carry on your person every day. When I'm carrying something, I want it to be what I like. I want it to be very useful, and I'm very particular. And so when I'm looking at different EDC items, which I do mix it up a bit, my knives, my flashlights for sure, maybe a multi-tool or a different type of tool, my cell phone, my billfold. And this is one thing that really led to this video, is this billfold is a leather billfold, but it has an aluminum chassis. I don't really care for the aluminum chassis. I just don't care for them. I like the soft leather billfold. And so when I opened this up, I said, wow. And we're going to take a look at this, and we've got a bunch of other items to check out to help you fine-tune your EDC. Now, I got these from ORAI, and it's a sister company to ORAI. And they're carrying a number of products from different companies. And so it gives you a varied array of different items. And guys, there are some pretty cool items that we're going to show today, and maybe something not only for your EDC, but also for things that go beyond EDC. Well guys, here are some things that we're going to be going through. The ORAI website has a lot more than this. So we just wanted to go through some of the things that are upcoming, but they do carry a number of different name brand like Exotac, Keybar, Griffin Tool, different items that they're bringing in on the website. So it just gives you a lot of good options. One great thing is free shipping over $49, and you do get a 10% discount using Sootch00 with the link down below in the description. It does not include sales, which honestly, while I'm making this video, there is a 1-year anniversary sale up to 40% off going on. But if you miss it, they do run sales on occasion. I want to start out with this wallet. Just very impressed me. And again, you know, when I looked at it at first, I was thinking, I don't want anything like this. You can see where I've been wearing it for the past couple of weeks. I've been carrying this. So it does have a little scuffs, which leather does. It's got a little snap. And then we open it up. Has a really well done chassis system. You have a place for your driver's license, has a little window. In fact, I have my concealed carry, my driver's license, and I had about 3 cards in here, and it holds it fine. With the part here that holds the cards, one thing about it, even if I put 1 card in here, it holds it. And the reason is there are small stops on either side that form resistance when you put the card in. It'll still hold about 5 cards. Put them in there, and of course I don't want to use my real credit cards, but this very smooth glide. And the cool thing is I can just take it and push it, and I can get to the card I need. And then I could push other cards up if I need one that's underneath. So I really like this system. I mean, it is very well done. It's also RFID deterrent, so it has properties in it so it can protect your credit cards. And it's one of the things you got to be careful of nowadays with people reading your cards. But then also here on the back, it has another slot here that you can put a card, especially one that you use often. And then they also have a little place here for a key. And so you can actually take a key, drop it in here. Of course, this leather's it's still new in this part, and we can just slip that key in, so I can carry an extra key if I need it, and then if I need to get it out, I can just take and push it and it'll come out, and it's not going to come out any other way. But here again, your cards will fit right in here, and that way if you have 1 card you use quite a bit, and again you can just push it up, pull it out. You can use this slot as well. However you want to do it, you could actually put a couple of cards in here, and so it gives you a number of different ways to use your cards. But also here on the front, there's a little flap, and I like to keep cash in there. I think you could keep cash in different places. But right here, got my cash. It's just where I can get to it if I need it. And honestly, guys, I carry cash with me all the time. 3.9 inches in length is 2.9 inches wide, and again, it's very thin. The wallet I was previously carrying is the 9-line, and it's a very simple little wallet. And I love it because of the size, because it's easy to put in my pocket, it's soft, it's not uncomfortable, but I find that this is about the same size, and yet it's very comfortable, and it gives me that protection of my cards, which this one does not. Now guys, when I first opened the package, this is what caught my eye. In fact, I liked this before I saw the wallet, and I got it out. I love the finish on here. It looks kind of steampunk or kind of retro, something out of World War I. And it's got this kind of a grenade pattern on here. It is stonewash finish, which makes it look really cool. And then it has a full tang with the handle. The handle is all metal. It weighs 11.4 ounces, so it's not light, but it's going to be very strong. One of the things about this too is that the grip gives you a lot of texturing on here. It's a very comfortable grip. Now this is more of a stabbing knife. It's more of a piercer, more than a chopper because of the thin belly, and so it's going to be great for slicing. And this actually would make a decent fighting knife. It's got a little bit of that spear point design, but yet, you know, it has this area right here. The choil is just part of the grip, and it's just a round circular area that gives you a lot of nice texturing right there. So that is a pretty cool feature. And then here at the back, you can open it up, and it's got a compartment in the back, which this definitely would have to have. And so it's sealed. It's got an O-ring seal to it. Now this is supposedly for a ferro rod. There's no threads in here, but I took one of the Exotac fire rods, one of the refills, and I think I could press fit this in there and then maybe epoxy it in. And so we're going to test that out because I really like this knife. What's cool is right here on the blade, it has a section for you to use for your ferro rod. The blade itself is 4 inches in length. It's 3.75 inches for the edge. Has a nice thick spine, so it's going to give you, some strength to it, a little bit of heft, and then of course bring in your ferro rod. It's got a nice lanyard loop on here as well, and it has one of the adjustable locks. And then of course with a Kydex sheath, it's already angled. But the model is the FK01. It's made from 50 CR 15 MOV steel. Comes sharp right out of the box. And it works really well with the ferro rod. So guys, if you're looking for something that's just different and gives you that vintage look, the Akula FK01, it's just really cool. Now here we have the Tacle D1, and this is a titanium multi-bit driver. Very small in size. In fact, it's 3 inches by ½ inch. You have a nice lanyard that comes with it. With this, you have a little secret compartment. So you open it up, and it reveals bits that are inside. There's a small little detent right here that holds this in place, so it's really solid. It's not just going to come open on you. The bits themselves are magnetic. They are S2 steel, and they're deep inside, and there are 4 of them. So we're going to dump them out. And so it gives you 4 different options to be able to use, actually 8 different heads. We close it up, and then here is your driver, so we can just place the bit right there in the driver. This is a Torx. They have Phillips head, flat head, and we have a hex wrench as well. So a very small size tool, but very useful and very versatile. Also, on the side here, we have another bit driver if you need to get a different way to be able to get something in there. And so here, this one is not magnetic, but the one in the front is. And so it holds it right into place. But just a very simple but very cool tool. I mean, being titanium, it makes it really light. And you just place each one inside. It's going to hold it together. And then close it up, and that detent, you feel it lock in. So really cool tool, very well made. That brushed titanium looks great, and it's really small in your pocket. Next is the Tacle R1, and this is a titanium magnetic quick release keychain. It's the smallest of the bunch, but probably one of the most useful. One thing about this one is while the standard magnets will pull apart, even though they're strong, and that's what I have on my keychain now. This has a locking system. So I can pull this lock or the barrel like this, and now it comes right out. It's very ingenious because it makes it really easy, even though that is magnetic as well. And then I take the barrel, and then it locks it. And so a very easy way to secure your keychain, but yet make it really simple to be able just to pull apart. Next is the Haron R1. This is part of the O-Knife series. Drop point blade, D2 steel, Cerakote finish on the blade and with the liners, the pocket clip, and then we have green G10 scales. I really like the way this knife looks. I mean, it has a very unique look to it. Deep pocket clip that can be switched to the other side. You have a lanyard hole here. We have an axis lock. And so as we bring it down, you know, it can be used in one-handed operation, but with the two thumbs, comes right out, has ceramic ball bearings, so it makes it really slick. And really the axis lock, we can activate it that way, and you can flip it out once you get used to it. It makes it really simple for one-handed operations. Nice texturing on the scales. It has just a really good feel to it. And I'll tell you guys, I've been carrying some of the O knives. They're just great utility knives, fairly reasonable price, and the quality's good. It does come with its own case, which is typical for O knife, and this one comes with a patch, and some come with a challenge coin, but this one has the patch. Now here's something that is very simple, but something that, especially if you like to hike or get out in the woods, this is a great item to have. It is the Whistle 2, and it's made from titanium. It weighs 0.95 ounces, so it is extremely lightweight. Has a small little button compass in here, and then the whistle, of course, right here, and it has two sides. It is a loud whistle. We'll check it out, but very small item. Has a little loop here to be able to attach it wherever you want to, onto your backpack, a lanyard, whatever you want to do, and it gives you emergency compass, emergency signaling with the whistle. And it's 2 inches in length, and it's about just a little under 3/4 of an inch across. And it sounds something like this. So it's going to be loud. The Sentry R1. I'll tell you guys, when I first got this knife and I looked at it, I wasn't that impressed with it. I'm just going to be honest. I mean, it has G10 scales. It has that same lock in the grip. You have holes here instead of a little nub, so you can bring it out. It was really thin. And for me, I was like, well, that's just too thin. Until I started thinking that this is a great knife when you're camping, slicing, food prep, chef's type knife, and it gives you that length that you need to be able to really be effective in cutting up potatoes or apples or whatever you're doing, and yet it'll be a great slicer. It is Sandvik 14C 28N steel, which makes it great for being able to do food prep. And it's going to have a good sharp edge to it. It's going to cut very well, and it's just going to be perfect for just food prep. Even if you wanted to use it in your regular kitchen, I mean, this would be a great knife to have. And the blade length is just under 5 inches, and it weighs 5.27 ounces. It does come with a nice little case, and it also comes with a Velcro patch. Now, I thought this was a pretty unique item. This is the side gear. It's the TPU Velcro pulls. And of course, these are the luminescent, and they'll glow. But this, you can attach it to a zipper, you can attach it to a pack, you can actually label this and put it on the pack, be able to attach it as a lanyard. It does have a Velcro field on the back, so you can actually attach this to a hook and loop field. And there's just a lot of uses for these, which really kind of surprised me once I started messing around with it. And when light's applied, they do glow very well. And this one, I just kind of put that light on it, but even my lights on my camera made these kind of glow. So it gives you an option, especially at night. You want to put this on something that's in your pack, or you want to have it to where, use it as a lanyard, you drop it, you're going to be able to find it. A lot of just very cool little ideas. And then again, you can attach this onto, your pack and just have it hanging off the end. Now, ORAI also has some different items more toward the outdoors, and this would be one of them. And this is the make. It is the Monsoon series outdoor kitchen knife set. Now, if you like to camp, if you like to hike, if you like to hunt, or you want to put this in your camper, it gives you a very easy way to be able to store your cooking knives. Here we have a fillet knife, very well done. Of course, this can be used as a skinner as well. Beautiful G10 scales. It's 1.4116 steel, which of course, very thin blade made for slicing. And then we have the larger blade in the back. And this is definitely a chopper, and you're going to be able to use this for food prep. It's just excellent. And so it all goes into this case, and it's all leather. Makes it nice to have it put away. But just one of the things about ORAI is it's not just EDC. There are some tactical and there are some camping type items in there as well. And then catch some fish, and you do have a nice little fillet knife. And if you need to cut the head off, you got this. But again, the ORAI Monsoon knife set, I mean, this is a great addition to your bag. Last but certainly not least, we have the ORAI Tacle AI. This is a hatchet, but it's a multifunctional hatchet. It's made from 50 CR15 MOV stainless steel. We have G10 scales. We have our blade, of course, up front. We also have a pry bar at the back, and we have an impact hammer here on the end of the blade. This is part of the O-Knife series, but man, this is one more tool. It's very nice, thicker spine to it. Of course, it is full tanged. This is an excellent survival multi-tool. You have a lot of functions here. Now, we're going to be doing a full review on this hatchet. They have so many different purposes for processing firewood, for building shelter. Of course, with the pry bar and the hammer, I mean, that gives you a lot more capability as well. But also, it can be used as a weapon. In the American Revolution, the tomahawk was the Americans' favorite weapon. It has a nice sheath as well. And one thing about the sheath is you put it directly in. You don't have to hook it around like you do with some. And so it just goes right in. You bring around your strap, and then we have another leather strap on the other side to hold it in. We have strapping points here and here on the sheath, a tech lock here on the back, and so you can attach this however you want to. Yeah, I mean, just a really cool hatchet. These have been a big seller for the ORAI website. And so, really cool hatchet. Again, we're going to get into a full review on this, but to me, with the different functions on it, this is an excellent item. So guys, just a sampling of some of the things that are on the ORAI website. They have a lot more there. Again, shipping over $49 is free. And then you have the Sootch discount, which gives you 10% off using Sootch00 with the link down below in the description. And they're adding more and more to their website every week. So guys, when it comes to EDC, you know, it's a very personal choice. There's a lot of cool things out there. Some can be very bizarre and unique and can be very expensive. And it's one of the things that I like about ORAI. A lot of practical items that are fairly reasonable in price, which makes it really nice because I like to change things out a bit. But this billfold, I think this will stay in my pocket every day. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. And so there, all right guys, here is one that, where's the box? They do glow when light shined. Okay. When light shined. What light shined? And yet, very cool, you know, cool. Guys, when it comes to EDC, it really changed the way that I look at wallets. You know, changed the way. I mean, I was looking at wallets like this, but now I'm looking at wallets like this. I mean, it'll change your life. Because of that, because of that. So that's one reason why we do a lot of EDC products. I thought, I don't really care for chassis, aluminum chassis. I don't care for aluminum chassis. I don't care. ORAI runs sales from time to time, and currently there is a sale, and I don't know when it is.